Can you hear me? Yeah? Devasena, can you hear me? Yeah, all of you, please switch on your videos. Devasena, Abin, Minha, Jerlin, Kshetra, Shania, all of you, please switch on your cameras, okay? Okay, so in the last class, okay, Minha. So in the last class, we learned about symbols of elements, right? Gauri?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then we learned about atomic mass, right? Are you able to remember the symbols of certain elements?
Yes.
Yeah. Anjali Priya? What's the symbol of hydrogen?
H.
H, okay. Elna, unmute. Yeah. What's the symbol of nitrogen?
N.
Okay. Gauri, what's the symbol of aluminium?
Al.
Al, very good. Abin,
Yes, ma'am.
what's the symbol of zinc?
Zn.
Zn, okay. Very good. Kshetra, unmute, please switch on your camera. Kshetra, Shania, Elsa, Anandu. Kshetra, unmute. Anandu, unmute. Anandu, unmute. Is there any net problem? Shania. Shania, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What's the symbol of copper?
Cu.
Cu. Very good. So in this way, we can remember and learn the symbols and their elements and their symbols. Okay. Then we learned about atomic masses, right? Which are the units that we discussed for atomic masses? Revu, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So which are the units that we used for atomic masses?
Unified mass.
Atomic mass unit and unified mass, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we are going to learn more about this atomic masses. So I told you that there is a reference, there is a standard reference for determining the atomic masses of all other elements, right? Yeah? Do you remember that point? Relative atomic mass. We are using a standard reference for measuring the atomic masses of other elements, right? So while searching for various atomic mass unit, scientists initially took 1/16 of mass of an atom of naturally occurring oxygen. Okay, while searching for various atomic mass unit, Scientists initially took 1/16th mass of an atom of naturally occurring oxygen as the unit. Okay. Minha, can you read this? Sorry. Minha, can you hear me? No? Jerlin? Jerlin, yeah. Can you read this slide?
While searching for various atomic mass units, scientists initially took 1/16th of the mass of an atom of naturally occurring oxygen as a unit.
Yeah, naturally occurring
Reason.
oxygen. Then there are two, wait, Jerlin. There are two reasons for, Jerlin, please mute. Okay, fine. There are two reasons for selecting oxygen as the reference. Okay. The first reason, oxygen reacted with a large number of elements and formed compounds. Oxygen reacted with a large number of elements and formed compounds. Then this atomic mass unit give mass of most of the elements as whole numbers. Okay, when we take this oxygen as the reference, because the reasons are oxygen reacted with a large number of elements and formed compounds. This oxygen reacted with a large number of elements to form compounds. And when we take this oxygen as the standard reference, atomic masses of all other elements as whole numbers. It means that it will not be in the form of a decimal, okay? All other atomic masses will obtain in the form of a whole number. Clear? Revu,
Yes, ma'am.
please read these two reasons.
Oxygen reacted with a large number of elements and formed compounds.
Okay.
This atomic mass until give mass of most of the elements as whole numbers.
Atomic mass unit, okay? Atomic mass unit give mass of most of the elements as whole numbers. Then, so this is the first attempt, taking oxygen as the standard reference. Then, in 1961, IUPAC have accepted the atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit, carbon-12 isotope. Carbon-12 isotope was chosen as the standard reference for measuring atomic masses. Okay. First, we take oxygen as the standard reference. Then in 1961, IUPAC. What is the full form of IUPAC? Do you remember?
International Union of Pure and Applied
Chemistry.
Okay, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. They accepted the atomic mass unit carbon-12 isotope. Carbon-12 isotope was chosen as the standard reference for measuring these atomic masses. They chosen as the standard reference for measuring atomic masses. Then this atomic mass unit is defined as the quantity of mass equal to 1/12th mass of an atom of carbon-12. While taking carbon-12 as the reference, the atomic mass unit is defined as the quantity of mass equal to 1/12th of mass of the carbon atom. Okay, 1/12th of mass of an carbon-12 isotope. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's in the form of this equation, okay? 1 AMU or U, 1 AMU or U, that is equal to 1/12 into mass of an atom of carbon-12. Mass of an atom of carbon-12. That is, when we substituting this mass of an atom of carbon-12, we will obtain 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kilogram. Okay? Sriram,
Yes, ma'am.
Where was you in the last class? Today's last class, are you present?
Ma'am, morning my sister was having exam, so I was not able to attend.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so 1 AMU or U, that is equal to 1 by 12 into mass of an atom of carbon 12, okay? And that is equal to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kilogram, okay? Then when we find out this standard reference carbon 12, the relative atomic masses of all elements have been found with respect to an atom of carbon 12. By use of this mass of atom carbon 12, we are able to find out the relative atomic masses of all other elements. Okay? Clear? Sriram, can you read this slide once again?
In 1961, IUPAC have accepted the atomic mass unit. Carbon 12 isotopic was chosen.
Isotope, okay?
Isotope was
Okay,
chosen as the
wait, Sriram. What do you mean by isotope? Any idea? No, right? Isotope, I think it's more explained in your next chapter, but just remember that it's a term that is used for the elements with the same atomic number but different mass number. Okay. Now you just remember this term, isotope, okay? We can learn more in the next chapter. So read, Sriram, continue.
isotope was chosen as the standard reference of measuring atomic masses.
Yeah.
The atomic mass unit is defined as the quality of mass equal to 1 by 12.
Quantity of mass.
Quantity of mass equal to 1 by 12 of mass of an atom of carbon minus 12.
Carbon 12, minus, not minus, carbon 12, okay?
Carbon 12.
Okay. Then read, 1 AMU.
1 kmu or
AMU, okay? AMU.
AMU or U
Huh.
is equal to 1 by 12 into mass of an atom of C raised to 12.
Yeah, carbon 12, C12, okay?
C12.
Then
1 U
Hmm.
is equal to 1.66 into 10 raised to negative 27 kg.
Okay.
The negative atomic masses of all elements. The relative atomic masses of all elements have been found with respect of an atom of carbon 12.
Okay. So that's about atomic masses. Then I will show you the certain elements with their atomic masses. Okay. Adulya, please unmute.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
What's the atomic mass of hydrogen? Read.
1U.
Yeah, 1U. 1U.
Hi-
U
1U
stands for?
car. 1U.
Yeah, 1U stands for? U stands for unified mass. Then carbon.
12U.
12U. Nitrogen.
14U.
14U. Oxygen.
16U.
16U.
Sodium. 23U.
Yeah.
Magnesium. Magnesium. 24U.
Yeah.
Sulfur. 32U.
Okay.
Chlorine. 35.5U.
Okay.
Calcium. 40U.
Yeah, fine. So these all are the atomic masses of elements that we find out using the carbon 12 as the standard reference. Okay. By fixing carbon 12 as the standard reference of atomic masses, we found out all these atomic masses of elements. All of you, please study this atomic masses of these elements, okay, for the next class. Okay, fine. Yeah, just I think by heart study, okay. Study these elements and their atomic masses by heart and practice the symbols and the elements, okay. That's two. This atomic masses and their symbols also. So that's all about atomic masses. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Sovel,
Yes, ma'am.
uh, can you define atomic mass? Yeah? No. What's the unit of atomic mass?
U.
U. What do you mean by U? What's the full form?
Unified mass.
Yeah, Geraldine, unified mass. Very good. Then we are going to learn the atom existence or existence of atom. Okay? Atom existence. Wait. Yeah. So, atoms, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, atoms of most of the elements are very reactive. Okay. Atoms of most of the elements are very reactive and does not exist in free state. Atoms of most of the elements are very reactive and does not exist in free state. Atoms of most of the elements are very reactive and they does not exist in free state. Atoms of these elements, they combine together to form molecules or ions. Okay, most of the elements, atoms of most of the elements does not exist in free state, and atoms of these elements combine together. Okay, combine together to form molecules or ions. Combine together to form molecules or ions. And these molecules or ions, they again aggregate together to form the matter. Okay? These molecules or ions aggregate in large numbers to form the matter that we can see, feel or touch. Okay? That we can see, feel or touch. So atoms are the smallest particle. They does not exist in free state. They combine together to form molecules or ions. These molecules combine together to form the matter. Is this idea clear for you? So
Yes,
well
ma'am.
clear?
Yes.
Okay. Srihari,
Yes, ma'am.
can you read this slide once again?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Atom existence. Atoms of most of the elements are very reactive and does not exist in free state.
Okay.
Atoms of all other elements combine together to form molecules or ions.
To form molecules or ions. Okay.
These molecules or ions aggregate in large number to form the matter that we can feel and or touch.
Okay. So that's about the existence of atom, how the atom exists. Okay. Then we are going to learn molecule. Okay. Molecule. What do you mean by a molecule? It's already mentioned in the last slide, right? A molecule is in general a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together, that is tightly held together by attractive forces. Two or more atoms that are chemically bonded. What do you mean by chemically bonded?
It is made up of chemical.
Yeah, made up of chemicals or otherwise known as what take place there?
Ma'am, atoms are combined to form.
Yeah, combine. That's also right, but that's not the answer I am expecting. What take place there? Chemically combined means Sania. Sania.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What take place when we say that chemically bonded? Or what happens in chemical change? What happens in chemical change? What take place there?
Chemical reaction.
Yeah, Sean, you are right. Chemical reaction. Okay, chemical reaction take place. So, a molecule in general is a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together. It means a chemical reaction take place that is tightly held together by attractive forces. They are held together by attractive forces and a chemical reaction take place there. Okay. A molecule is the smallest particle of matter which is capable of an independent existence and shows all properties of that substance. We learned that atom is the smallest particle, right? But atom is the smallest particle that does not exist in free state. But here, molecule is the smallest particle that is capable of an independent existence and shows all the properties of that substance. So here, atoms combine to form this molecules. Then it combined to form matter. Okay, clear? So, a molecule is the smallest particle of matter which is capable of an independent existence and shows all the properties of that substance. And atoms of the same element or different elements combine together to form molecules. Atoms of same element or different elements combine together to form molecules. Okay, look at this example. Hydrogen. Again, one more hydrogen. They combine together to form H2 molecule. Here, the same element is combined, right? Two atoms of hydrogen combine together to form this H2 molecule. And when we take the example, H2O. Here, different elements are combined, right? Hydrogen, 2 hydrogen plus 1 oxygen. So, atoms of the same element or different elements can join together to form molecules. Clear? Anandu,
Yes, ma'am.
can you read the slides once again?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Molecules. Molecules is a general group of two or more atoms that are chemically bound together, that is tightly held together by attractive force.
Okay. Next point.
Molecules is the smallest particle of matter, elements and compounds, which is capable of an independent existence and small all particles of
And
that substance
show
and show all particles
properties.
properties of the substance.
Shows all properties of that substance. Okay. Next one.
Atoms of the same elements or of different elements can join together to form molecules.
Yeah, atoms of the same element or of different elements can join together to form molecules. So, these are the three major points regarding molecule. A molecule is in general a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together, that is tightly held together by attractive forces. Then next point, a molecule is the smallest particle of matter which is capable of an independent existence and shows all properties of that substance. Okay. Then third point, atoms of the same element or different elements can join together to form molecules. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, then we are going to learn molecules of elements. Okay, molecules of elements. So, the molecules of an element are constituted by the same type of atoms. Okay, molecules of an element are constituted by same type of atoms. Same type of atoms combine together to form an element. Okay, and I told you that most of the elements does not exist in free state, right? They are always combined together to form molecules. But there are very few elements. They exist independently or they exist in free state. Examples for such elements: argon, helium, etc. Okay, argon, helium, etc. Do you remember the symbols of argon and helium? Wait.
Argon, air.
Yeah, Srihari, very good. Argon, AR. Just wait. Sean? Sean, can you hear me? Yeah, what's the symbol of helium?
He.
Yeah, very good. He. So, argon, AR, helium, He. These two are examples for the elements that exist independently or exist in free state. Okay, they are made up of only one atom. They are made up of only one atom of that element. Clear? But this is only an exceptional case. Okay, most of the non-metals, they are always combined together to form molecules. For example, a molecule of oxygen. Two oxygen atoms combine together to form oxygen molecule. Two oxygen atoms combine together to form oxygen molecule. Here two atoms are combined, right? Two oxygen atoms are combined. So it is known as diatomic molecule. It is known as diatomic. Di. What do you mean by di? Two, right? Di means two. So here two atoms are combined and O2 molecule is known as diatomic molecule. Okay? Diatomic molecule. Then if three atoms of oxygen combines, three atoms of oxygen combines, what will you obtain?
Trimolecules.
Yeah, triatomic molecules. What will you here obtain? O? O?
O3.
Yeah, O3. And it is known as ozone. Okay? It is known as ozone. Clear? It is known as ozone. Two oxygen atoms combine together form oxygen molecule and it is a diatomic molecule. Three oxygen atoms combine together to form O3, that is ozone. Okay? Ozone. I think you all are familiar with ozone. Ozone layer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. It's a protective layer around the atmosphere. Right? So this ozone layer is made up of this oxygen atom or oxygen molecule, O3. Okay? O2 plus one oxygen. That's formed into O3. Okay? That is ozone. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Ashik, are you there? Ashik?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, Lakshmi, I will show it once again. Okay, Ashik, give an example for diatomic molecule. Diatomic molecule. Example for a diatomic molecule. Ashik, can you hear me? No? Sania? Sania?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait, Sania. Ashik, give an example for a diatomic molecule.
Oxygen.
Oh yeah, oxygen molecule. Okay, oxygen molecule, O2. Okay. Then, okay, Sania?
Yes, ma'am.
Three oxygen atoms combine together to form which molecule? Three oxygen atoms. Three oxygen atoms combine together to form Shania? Sania, can you hear me? No? Kishania? Which one? Which one? Elsa? Most of the videos are off. Why? Yeah, also on. So well, very good. Okay. So today we learned about atomic masses, right? First we take oxygen as the reference, then we take carbon 12 isotope as the reference, and using this carbon 12 isotope as the reference, we find out the atomic masses of elements. Then we learned about the atom existence of atom. Then we learned about molecule, then molecules of elements. Okay. Everything clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I want to check which all symbols do you remember? Okay. So well.
Ma'am.
Yeah. So well. Yeah. Symbol for magnesium. Magnesium. So well. You can't see the chat box?
MG.
Yeah, MG. Okay, Adulya.
Yes, ma'am.
Symbol for silver. Do you remember? Silver.
Silver. AG.
Very good, AG. What about gold? Revu? Gold?
Ma'am.
Yeah, gold.
AU.
AU, okay. Dominic? Dominic? Gone? Dominic? Okay, Gerlin? Chlorine.
Cl.
Okay, very good. Lakshmi Nanda?
Yes, ma'am.
Fluorine. Fluorine. Yeah, fluorine.
F.
Yeah, F. Okay. In this way, you should keep practicing. Okay. Then you will be able to remember all the symbols and their elements. Okay. And all of you should learn the symbols of the elements and certain atomic masses that's in your textbook. Okay. Atomic masses of certain elements in your textbook. I think page number 35. Okay. Symbols and elements in the page number 34, and atomic masses, it's in the page number 35. So all of you study it well. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I will ask in the next class. So I will take your attendance. Abin?
Present, ma'am.
Ahlam Fatima? Elna Rose?
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Ahlam. Ananda Krishna?
Present, ma'am.
Anjali Priya?
Present, ma'am.
Anthony Maxi.
Present, ma'am.
Arun Bhaskar. Arun. No. Ashik Joshi.
Present, ma'am.
Adulya.
Present, ma'am.
Bastin Joy. Devasena. Devasena. Dominic Anthony.
Present, ma'am.
Elsa Babu. Okay, Elsa. Amarin. Fagat. Gauri Nandana.
Present, ma'am.
Gaudam. Jerlin.
Present, ma'am.
Jesslyn. Joel Tom. Justin. Karthik. Kshetra.
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi Nanda.
Present, ma'am.
Karthik, are you there?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Melita. Minha.
Present, ma'am.
Devu.
Present, ma'am.
Sania. Yeah. Shania.
Present, ma'am.
Sean Joseph.
Present, ma'am.
Sovel.
Present, ma'am.
Sriram. Yeah. Srihari.
Present, ma'am.
Swadi Krishna. Swadi. No. Okay. So let's wind up the class. So see you next week. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
study well. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.